Welcome to Malvero Gaming. I hope that you enjoy the upcoming video and that it somehow makes your day a little bit better. We might have some funny moments, we might have some learning moments, but most importantly, we're going to be enjoying fun video games. You're welcome to follow us on Twitch so that you don't miss any of our upcoming live streams that happen every week. Let's get started. Okay, so we are now here at this was the playthrough where we tested the Twitch integration. Now let me go downstairs, kind of point out what this would look like. So it's a vertical base. The main points that I would show you are it has 4 corner beams, and they are structural support, right, in each corner. And if you notice, each have a bar that goes 4 blocks up, right? So even if they bang on, say they bang on this, right? And they're like all night long, they're banging on this and they break through. Then this guy right here is a full hit point block that will keep this pillar from being compromised. The same with this over here. The same with this in the back, as well as this in the back. Now, so those are corner supports. In the middle, the concept was as such. The zombies, they would climb up this ladder, and as they climb up the ladder, the dart trap, which is a much lower DPS weapon than I realized I preferred, would be shooting down, getting headshots. But unfortunately, a dart trap really isn't a thing. It really isn't that great for like thinning out hordes. The other thing that I'll point out for lighting is we have one spotlight. It's hooked up to power. You can see the power line, as well as in the front, right? And that's so that during the horde night, I have good visibility to what I'm fighting against. Now, you'll notice at the ground level there are some bales of hay, and that is my exit door. If things ever got crazy, I would jump out this door onto these hay bales and I would bail. Pun intended. I would bail after I jumped on the bales. But anyhow, let's go up the ladders. So this would be the path. They can't get up here, so then they would go up this right here, and then they would begin upwards again. Now, the other thing I'll point out here is that this is an electric fence that would begin to shock them, right? So as they climbed up here, they would be zapped right here. And then they get stunned. They're stunned. And then I'm standing at the top of this stairwell, shooting down, getting headshots. Bang, 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 shooting down at them. Some other characteristics of this particular horde base is as followed. As they climb up the ladder, and say they get past the electric fence, they're going to be climbing up, and as they get closer and closer to where Mal is up there, then this shotgun turret is getting auto headshots. Just headshot after headshot, and it's close range shotgun blasts with headshot critical damage. This kills so many mobs that get near. And you'll notice that isn't, that right here isn't leveled up, or it isn't to metal. And because if things really got bad, and I thought, ooh, I missed something critical, and I need to just let this base take damage, I could break out that ladder and theoretically buy more time up here, right? You'll notice that it's entirely fenced out, so if someone's zombies are like banging on the back pillars, I have full view to shoot them. I also have full enclosure for vultures. I can aim, kill vultures. Some of the other highlights: a second shotgun. All it's doing is it's aiming in this area, right? It's aiming at both ladders. So for reloading, I pull this hatch, and from the safety of inside the base, I can reload the shotgun. From here, I could also reload the shotgun. So I have two shotguns doing damage. Uh, there's a story behind that. Sophia's demolition block. Um, there's a funny story. Sometime I'll tell on that. And then we have forge. We have cement mixer, workbench, storage boxes. Very little decor. It's very functional. Then of course, all of the supplies that would come with running a horde base. The one thing I'll point out about this particular base, and then of course I could close this. When things get bad, I could jump out, and there's my hay bales down there. The one thing that I like about this particular base is that even, during reasonable hordes, during busy hordes, between the shotgun auto turns and me and the junkie, right? The junkie is if things get really bad and they actually make it up the ladder. There's been the last horde night I was in this base, I think 3-4 zombies got to the top, maybe. I mean, they were instantly killed, but the challenge is some bases you can't maintain with one player. They're not solo bases. But this one, provided you have the turrets, there's enough DPS flying around that I'm confident that you could handle this solo. So as a solo base, I give this like great points. And everything's ran off of power. I don't know if you hear that clicking. You hear that clicking? And okay, so there now our electric fence is turned on via a second switch, right? So this is the main switch, and it can refuel off of generators, and it'll recharge the battery bank. But then when I want to turn everything on, it'll turn on all the shotgun turns, it'll turn on the electric fence. The other thing I'll point out while I'm here is if we go to the ceiling, we have one more, this is just an SMG turret. This is basically a vulture turret. So I don't have to worry about clearing vultures. That turret right there it's not going to shoot at anything ground level, but it will clear all the turrets. Not all the turrets. It'll clear all of the vultures. And so I have a vulture turret. I have two shotgun turrets that do like just crazy damage. This dart trap is dumpster fire. I don't know if I did something wrong, like there's too much distance and there's like a DPS drop in distance. I don't know why this dart trap is so bad. I thought it would do better, but alas, it's a good functional base. It's great for solo horde nights. It's concrete. You can start with cobblestone and then build it in phases. But this is a great solo base. And this is actually the last full build horde base that I put together. And so this is a great playthrough on a horde base. I have no complaints about that. I don't think Death Trap is a home base, but it's a house. It's not actually a horde base. And I picked this location because it was between all of these cities. But since Alpha 21, all of the cities are in different places. But this is, as I mentioned, this is a great vertical solo horde base. And I certainly plan on building that again sometime. Probably my current Alpha 21 playthrough. And so it's it looks like it's really material intensive, but you can build it in stages, and so it makes it very affordable. As a matter of fact, you can see the top side. I haven't even made the concrete yet in this playthrough, even though I've stopped the playthrough. But you can very much do it in stages. And in terms of what you'd need, you got a few spotlights. You got spotlights down there, 2 spotlights. You have 2 shotgun turrets. You have 1 SMG turret. You have a battery bank. You have a generator bank. You have some switches. I happen to have a junkie, just as additional support, and you can start. Don't start trying to do anything at the wood level, but once you get to cobblestone, you could start depoting stuff here and maybe fight hordes at a different place until it goes concrete. But the advantage structurally is that you have 4 completely independent pillars that run all the way up, and what is this? Uh, a 5 wide, 1 width, wide pillar. So even if they started banging on this and they actually got through some of this, say you completely went AFK, you went and you made some pizza and you forgot you were playing, and the zombies didn't have a path up to you, and they were banging on these, right? And maybe you broke out the ladder and they just went into damage mode. Even if they broke all the way through this main pillar, right, this wide pillar, there would be enough structural strength in the remaining 4 to hold this base. If, say, 3 of these pillars were knocked out and 1 of them remained, I'm very confident that this main width pillar and 1 of the 4 would have enough to be able to handle this. I theorize that if all 4 of the corner pillars got knocked out, then the edge of the base would collapse. That would be my theory. Not this part of the base, but the furthest part of the base I think would crumble. But still a lot of structural capability, and see all these cobblestone I had to fill in the road because Sophia kept on spawning in demolishers. But anyhow, this is a great solo base, and so this is my vertical horde base, and I really like it.